Live to Paris to speak to Philippe D'Arvisenet. He's global chief economist at BNP Paribas. Philippe, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I just wanted to get, first of all, a quick reaction on this death of Osama bin Laden. Will it have a temporary boost in terms of production or anything to do with the United States, or will it just be a very short-lived euphoria?
Yes, maybe it's good news from a geopolitical point of view, but I wouldn't say it would change anything on economics, the situation of the Middle East, oil prices, etc. I think it's a non-event when it comes to these things.
Yeah, Philippe, we have, of course, a lot of news this week on the European Central Bank. It looks like Mario Draghi is one step closer to become the successor to Jean-Claude Trichet. At the same time, today, we hear from the first time Jens Weidmann taking over the Bundesbank. Is the ECB Council now going to be a lot more hawkish on inflation?
Well, I don't think ECB is that hawkish. ECB is eager to go back to normal. That is, we expect a refinancing rate in the province of 1.75 by year end, and I don't think the appointment of Mr. Draghi will change a lot to that. As you said, on top of that, it is more and more certain that he will be appointed. The way things have been discussed are quite curious, by the way, because there were pressure from different countries. He is supposed to be named by a college. Anyway, this guy probably is more and more pleasant in the German opinion. You remember in February there was a Bild, I think, who said inflation is to Italians what tomato sauce is to spaghetti. Now they have changed their mind. He looks more and more German.
It's true, and once actually the Bild starts backing Mario Draghi, he does really have all his chances of succeeding Jean-Claude Trichet. But Mr. Philippe D'Arvisenet, a new monetary tightening cycle has now begun, but we still see divergences in all the countries. We're talking about restructuring possibly in Greece. Where does it leave the ECB? How many rate increases are you expecting by the end of the year?
Yeah, we are at 1.25. We expect rates to go as high as 1.75 by year end. It's not very difficult to make that kind of forecast because they are extremely transparent and they announce what is more or less what is in their mind, if you will. When it comes to your other questions, that is the periphery, I mean, they are paid to do the job for the entire Eurozone, and I think, as Trichet reminded a few weeks ago, what would people have said, suppose I do not increase rates 5 years ago because of Germany? He is working for the whole zone, just as Mr. Bernanke is not working for California or Louisiana or whatever. You remember when there was a Katrina thing, it didn't prevent Mr. Greenspan at that time to increase rates a few days later.
No, of course. Mr. D'Arvisenet, very quickly, I need a 20-second answer. Will Mr. Draghi be as good as Mr. Trichet?
Yeah, I expect so. You see, if I want to make a very short comment when compared to Axel Weber, Mr. Draghi has a much more diversified background. He has been an economics professor. He has been at the World Bank. He has been with Goldman Sachs. He has been head of the Treasury. He knows how to deal with politicians. Probably he has a better resume.
All right, Mr. Philippe D'Arvisenet, thank you so much for joining us from BNP Paribas there.